video.
Almost had a rival. They should.
Okay, what was Rockstar's rival?
Rockstar almost.
Was it Saint Rose? I'm gonna head out. Have a good night. Have a good night, Daddy. I appreciate you, my brother. Have a good night. What was GTA's rival? Saint Rose was lit, dog. Saint Rose was lit. Saint Rose was lit. Yo, Saint Rose, the first one and the second one was lit. The third one, they dropped the ball. I don't even know what they did with the third. Was it the third one? I gotta look. I'm pretty sure the third one was shit. They messed around too crazy. They messed around way too crazy. But Saint Rose was lit. I'm pretty sure the first two were lit, and the third one they dropped the ball. I knew the third one was shit. When Alien and Futuristic, yeah, exactly. I knew the third one was shit when they had like you could fight people with a dildo, like a long dildo. You could hit people with it and shit. Like, yo, what the fuck's going on? But that game was so lit,
had a
man.
rival. They should have one right now. Rockstar almost had a rival. They should have one right now, actually. I've never seen a company with so much promise make
They tried to break limits to have no bears and shit, yeah.
so many stupid decisions and still get so many
What game is this that they're talking about
all
here?
the while
Saint Row?
refusing to learn anything from their mistakes or listen to their fans at all. In this video, I'm going to tell the story of how Volition went from a company with so much promise to having their own fans celebrate when they got shut down. Some of you might not even know who Volition are. You're probably better off that way. Or actually who they were, because last
Not
year
familiar
the
with
company was
this
finally
company.
shut down. In 2008, when GTA 4 came out, a lot of people disliked the game's more serious, gritty atmosphere, compared to San Andreas, which up until that point was the most wacky entry in the series. A lot of people wanted to go back to a more video gamey type of GTA. Rockstar had left a gap in the market, and here was
Yeah, I
the
don't know these
perfect
people,
game
me neither.
right on time to fill that gap. GTA 4 wanted to be realistic, to make the player feel like they're running around in the real New York City as a miserable guy. Saints Row 2
Yo,
was
they
happy
did
to
their big one with GTA though.
to be a game though. Yeah, I'll join your gang and kill people with you, but only if you can do a really cool jump. In Saints Row 2, the main character can throw people off bridges. In GTA 4 though, the main character wants to throw himself off a bridge. I always thought they were both fantastic games, but for some reason people online have never been able to like two things at once. At the time there was a huge rivalry between the fans of each game. A good thing about Saints Row being dead for the last 10 years is that nobody bothers to go back to old trailers the way they do with, GTA 4. So all those comments from 16 years ago are still right there under Saints Row 2 videos. Some of them are quite funny. Imagine your second game in the series and you're already being compared with Rockstar and stealing their fans away. That is
I'm not sure what it is, yo.
an amazing start
I'm
to
not
a
sure what
series.
it is.
Volition even made a trailer to try and cater to the fans.
I think Volition is just Volition is the Rockstar to GTA. So I think it's Volition, then Saint Row, and then Rockstar, Grand Theft Auto. I think that's what it is.
thought that GTA had gotten a bit too serious.
Would you rather go bowling?
Saint Rose fell off. Saint Rose was so lit, man.
The truck and spray loads of sewage on pedestrians.
Good breakdown.
Would you
Yeah.
rather go to the cabaret with a friend, or inflict serious bodily injuries to your friend to earn a little insurance money?
Saints Row 2 was a great game. I liked it a lot. The characters were fun, the music was amazing, the visuals were kinda ugly, there was a ton of insane Easter eggs, character customization.
Saint
There was a
Row
lot that
story
people
mode and the
loved
second
about
one was
Saints Row
good?
2. Even today, there's still people with channels dedicated to talking about it. They're all depressed, but they are still
I don't even
there.
remember one.
Unfortunately, Saints
think
Row
I remember
2 is
one
where,
slightly,
for
but
a lot
Saint
of
Rose
people,
2
the
was
series ends. Which sounds bad
really
because
lit.
we're one game in and the series has already ended.
Saint Rose 2 was so lit that I was looking forward to Saint Rose 3, but once Saint Rose 3 dropped, it was so whack, yo. Like, it was so whack.
Because it is bad. At this point in time, however, things were looking great from
It
players'
was so
perspective.
whack,
A lot
man.
of people thought Volition were poised to eventually become Rockstar's rival. They had the perfect opportunity, a huge
Guys,
segment
dropped the
of
ball.
Rockstar fans
Rude.
they could appeal to with their less serious game. An absolutely gorgeous situation. I think this moment was the highlight of Volition's entire career, but it's all downhill from here.
Bruh.
Before I go
Yo.
into the absolutely everything Volition did wrong, first I should talk about money, because when it comes to money, there is no competing with Rockstar.
Trying to see
The
about that
original
GTA
Saints Row
6,
sold
man.
2 million copies in roughly 2 years. Saints Row 2 then sold 3.4 million copies in a similar time span. Not bad, a decent improvement.
Saints Row
GTA
2
4
was
came
a
out
good
6 months
game, man.
earlier, so it had a slight advantage. It sold 17 million units, which is, yeah, I'll admit, it's
Wow.
slightly more. Yeah, it's clear the GTA 4 figures absolutely dwarf the Saints Row sales. But keep in mind, this is only Saints Row's second entry.
But I gotta give it to GTA and I gotta give it to Rockstar because they didn't make a bad game, bro. As far as GTA goes, they never made a bad GTA.
Into the series. By this
1 to 90 Thief and 4 hours on League.
point, GTA was already thoroughly established. Everyone had heard of GTA.
GTA's never made a bad game.
Their ads were literally just
GTA does not miss, yeah. They've never missed a bad
attempt
game.
to actually sell the game to you. They'll just buy it anyway. And they were completely right. They just took the piss. This guy wasn't even in the game. I've never seen this guy before in my life. So for GTA, you had GTA 1, GTA London, GTA 2, GTA 3, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, GTA Advance, GTA 4,
Okay,
GTA
I don't know about
Chinatown
all of
Wars.
those.
And
I don't know
there's
about all of those.
these other ones I forgot. Whereas Saints Row just had Saints Row
Were their
1,
own genre,
Saints Row
yeah.
2, and that's it. You see what I mean? They didn't have a huge...
You played all of them? You played all the GTAs? GTA 3 was bad low-key. Which one was GTA 3 again? GTA 3. I know I've played it, but... The one I played the most was Vice City. And GTA 4. Yeah. Vice City, I was beating that shit up on my PSP.
Of brand recognition or anything. And nobody's ever even played this one because it was Xbox exclusive. You can play it on PC now, but that's not going to help their sales.
Not for Liberty City was... just some
You gotta be kidding me.
Does it look like
Vice City good? Yeah, Vice City was goated.
Additionally, Saints Row 2 on PC was not a
Oh
good
shit, what I
port,
missed?
one because it was Xbox exclusive. You can play it on PC now, but that's not going to help their sales, is it?
You gotta be kidding me.
Does it look like I'm joking?
Additionally, Saints Row 2 on PC was not a good port, which probably has hurt sales quite a lot over the years. When
It
you've
was
got
the first
people
one I
screaming,
played.
Do not buy the PC version. It's never going to be fixed since the very moment it released. As a result, fans have been begging for a decent PC port since the dawn of time, but we never got one.
All you had to do was ask. I did. Well, I guess you did. Ain't that a bitch?
Getting into the Deep Silver THQ Embrace Supply on Cock Media thing is very complicated, so for simplicity I'm just going to say Volition.
Twani,
It
what are
seems
you
like
playing right
anyone with
now?
Any kind of power over Volition forced horrible ideas into their games. I don't mean any disrespect to Cock Media, but even their name was a terrible idea.
Oh,
it
SRS?
becomes
Oh,
difficult
nice.
to
Play
know how
SRS,
much Volition
nice.
are really to blame. For some reason after Saints Row 2, Volition, or someone, grew tired of always being compared to GTA
I'm on my,
and wanted to set themselves apart. But really, I think being compared
I'm
to
on my
another
Magic
game
shit right now. I'm
isn't
trying to get
inherently a bad
94
thing. You
Magic.
can't announce a single game now without it immediately
Venge
being
for
compared with
PKing.
other games. Kojima releases the weirdest, most unique game ever. Nothing ever like it. And people still just say, oh, so it's Metal Gear, but you're
Was
a
this the
Postman.
Death Stranding
People
game? I always
make
wanted to play
comparisons
this game,
like
but I
that.
never
If
got
a game
around
is
to playing
free
it.
roam with cars in it, it's GTA. That's just how it is.
In GTA
My
and
point is,
Chanting Boats?
comparisons
Okay,
don't really
okay.
mean anything. Nobody thinks GTA invented crime, but I still just don't know what they were thinking. Being compared to one of the most
Game H.
successful gaming series of all time? This is terrible. We gotta stop this.
I just came back out from the Monkey Madness 2 area. I'm gonna restock on runes, then head back out there.
And stop this they did, because with Saints Row 3, things began falling apart already.
Saints Row
They
3 was
immediately
so
kicked things off with what
shit.
might be the worst death of a beloved
So
character I
shit.
have ever seen in a game. For some reason, they decided to kill off the main, most favorite character off screen. They didn't even give him a good cutscene or anything. It's just, you're looking at an intercom and then you hear some gun.
Chat. Yo, when I was younger, we used to get all our video games in the CD at the flea market. Now, the guy at the flea market, he would get the games early. So he would sell us the games a week before they came out. It was crazy. I was not so much involved in that because I was never able to buy the games for myself. There's only been in 1 or 2 games, but yo, he was the clutchest guy, man. Man, I said my prayers to that guy. He was so awesome, bro. Him and his wife. I think he had a Filipino wife, and they were just doing this game thing. They would sell the games. It was awesome, bro.
Shots, and then that's it. The character's gone for the rest of the game.
You know what
The
game I really
story is,
like?
Your friend dies. You're not
What
happy.
game is that, bro?
Then, what feels like 5 minutes later,
Shout out
you
to the
get your
OG,
revenge.
yeah.
So immediately the antagonist is gone, along with the player's investment.
Leisure Suit
You then get
Larry?
your friend's body back, but it happens off screen. You then have a funeral for your friend, but that happens off screen too. Then, as you're driving back from the funeral, the hearse gets attacked by some wrestler guy, and apparently interrupting a guy's funeral is worse than actually killing the guy, because the wrestler is actually the main antagonist of the game. Then basically, some more stupid stuff happens, and then the game ends. With Saints Row 3, they
had a
abandoned the
CD page
entire
plug?
plot
Yeah,
line
man.
set up in Saints Row 1 and 2. Troy
They
just
had every
despawns from
game.
the games.
And he was such a good guy, bro. You would go there with games and he'll trade you out games. And bro, he'll give you hookups. The guy was just a good guy, man. He had all types of systems. He had all types of games.
despite being the chief of police, a very important figure. And Dex,
All the
Don't
motherfuckers
get
from
me
the hood
started
remember
with
that guy for
Dex
sure. We
should
haven't
have been a
spoken
huge
about him, but
antagonist, a rich,
he was a
powerful
good
guy
guy,
who wants us
man.
dead. But after he tries to kill us in Saints Row 2,
and then right around the corner, they would have the guy. This is the flea market, right? So there's just vendors, right? Right around the corner from him, they would have the guy that would like mod your Xbox or your PlayStation to where you could download games or whatever. Like
I guess
they shut down that flea market, but that was you could find anything in that flea market, gang.
we just forgive him. So they abandoned this huge storyline that everyone was invested in for one that was written by ChatGPT 10 years before ChatGPT was even a thing. And the game just leaned
Hardest
into
game I ever played was
the
The Lion King
crazy,
on
wacky
Sega.
aspect far more,
Real
while
shit?
completely neglecting the more down-to-earth, serious side to contrast it with. That's what Saints Row 2 did really well, is it knew how and when to be serious. Some scenes in that game are genuinely so dark, like they will give your kids nightmares, I'm not kidding. Which then contrasts with you spraying sewage all over people's houses or earning respect
That
on the
game was
streets
poorly
by
developed?
throwing
Yeah.
old people off a cliff. Even better.
Fuck Lion
Saints Row
King on
3
Sega. Oh, you know about
sacrificed
it?
that groundedness for a more humorous atmosphere, but the problem was they weren't actually that good at being funny. Most of the humor in Saints Row 3 was just sex lol. Like, don't get me wrong, sex lol, but there should probably be more than that too, right? I think the only reason this one sold so well was because Saints Row 2 had such a good reputation. But that might not be true.
Dude,
at all,
Saints
it's just
Row
how I
2
feel.
was so
Another problem
awesome.
with this game that you're gonna see come up again
Me and my
is
homies
that
had
Volition
mad
can't
fun
do
playing
new
that game.
characters. Angel has one line of dialogue in the entire game. Zemos is sex lol the character. Josh Burke, they made him hateable on purpose, which surprisingly makes you hate him. I can't even find a good picture of the guy. That's how little people
Those
care about
animations
him.
were
Oleg I
hard
do
right
like
there.
actually, never mind. If you haven't played the game for a while,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
probably forgotten
The-
all these
the- you
characters
talking about the
because
fighting
they're not
one?
memorable either. There was probably more characters that I haven't mentioned, but I forgot them. Shaundi, rather than just have her be the same or kill her in a
Shorty
cutscene or
just DDT
something,
the
they made
pedestrian,
him look
yeah.
completely different, act completely different, and they changed
I got
her
like
voice
20
actor.
Ninja Turtle
She's
games.
just a different character at this point. You say, wow, a lot of
Chat,
stuff
I'm getting
must have happened
distracted.
off
I gotta
screen.
put
Why not
this
just
on
do it
screen.
on screen. They call that character development. They could have had Gat actually grow up a bit. I love Gat, but he is kind of one-dimensional. He's just a murdering machine.
You see Gad out there?
Oh, he's fine. He's still out there killing cops.
Figures.
What is it?
It's done. Time to pull out of there.
You sure? Get the off of me! I mean, I'm not running out of ammo anytime soon.
I'm sure. See you back home.
Later.
This will be a theme for the rest of their games. Personally, anything after Saints Row 2 I just see as not canon. With that said, it sold incredibly well, and it ended up being kind of fun regardless. It had a lot of personality, so I can see why people liked it, especially if it was your first Saints Row game, which for a lot of people it was. So they landed on another successful formula. I think by sticking to it, yeah, a lot of Saints Row 2 fans would have been put off, but the game was undeniably successful. People would have played more of a game like that. So now they know what people enjoy, they just have to make more of it. At this point in time, there were two kinds of Saints Row fans. OG fans who started with 1 and 2, and another group of fans who started with 3. Both of these groups had different expectations as to what a Saints Row game was. With Saints Row 4, Volition managed to expertly disappoint both of them. It was honestly very impressive. I think the highest praise Saints Row 4 ever got was, well, it's not Saints Row, but it's kind of fun anyway. This time the game about being gangsters on the corner is now a game about being the President of the United States with superpowers fighting aliens inside of a simulation.
Yeah.
I think they were like, okay,
So
what is
weird.
the furthest possible thing we can
So
give them
weird.
from what they actually want? And this is what they came up with.
Absolutely
Saints Row
weird.
4 devs not concerned by proximity to GTA 5.
Maybe they should have been. Now, let's talk about the budget for this game. The budget for this game was whatever coins they could find down the back of the company couch. It felt like they had no budget whatsoever. Quick, reuse that in-game footage 6 times with reskinned characters. Some of the missions are pretty cool. It's just that the game is so blatant about what is filler. Every so often you reach a mission and you're just like, oh god, finally some budget.
Zinniac's pulling out all the old gangs from our past.
Wow, Zinniac must be saving tons of money on assets. Customization and superpowers are fun, but half the missions they take away your powers, and the other half they take away your outfit. But just play the story, and it's okay, if your standards are low like mine. There's not much to say about it. It's a DLC they made into a full game. The next game is the most interesting, so let's move on. The year is 2022. It's been
Oh,
almost
man,
a
I remember when
decade
this game
since the
dropped, man,
last
GTA
Grand
5.
Theft Auto game. People are hungry, begging for a new GTA-like experience.
The
And
game
so
that was
again, for
so
Saints
like crazy, like I remember the online too. Like it was so wild. Like people weren't even able to get online. The servers were full,
Row,
and the
stars
story was so good. Like,
have aligned and a huge gap.
and then this is a game where they just had introduced like the 3 things so you could switch throughout the characters. It was
in the market
good, man.
has opened
And
up
the fact that
a
it's still
second
running
chance.
to this day, still making money to this day, like
So finally, after a
GTA has done
decade
something
of
amazing.
begging from fans, they decided to go back to the series' roots. They rebooted like nobody has ever rebooted before. Saints Row 2022.
Definitely played this one 3 times,
you know
though.
You've got a good product coming up when everyone in the comment section is just begging you not to release it. Keep it. But then when it actually came out,
Man, we've come a long way. Downhill.
everyone hated it. So the game did poorly. People were not happy. Made even worse by whoever the Volition PR guy was. That fella just wanted the company to burn. Starting fights for people on Twitter and then losing those fights. It was great. It was beautiful. Actually, it turns out it was Deep Silver's
What's your
employees,
favorite fighting
not
game?
Volition's. There's a lot of rumors that behind the scenes, Deep Silver were
I don't know,
actually to blame for a huge...
Honestly, my favorite fighting game is probably like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. What are the recent ones and stuff? But I have this one special game that I really like. Back in the days, I had it for PlayStation 3, and it was called. It was a boxing game. Shit, I forgot the actual name of it, but it was really cool. But yeah, I like Naruto, and Street Fighter's cool too. I played Street Fighter way more when I was younger, but Street Fighter is really good. I like the anime fighting games.
But I wasn't there. I don't know what's true. I
Never
can
really
only
got into
say what my
Tekken.
gamer eyes and gamer
Mortal
ears
Kombat
have
played a little
actually
bit.
seen, and that is a complete mess. The thing is, and this is my personal opinion that I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with, but I think the gameplay itself was fine. Not amazing, but fine. The combat starts off a bit boring, but gets more interesting the more you play. And the world itself was actually quite cool. I think the soundtrack was pretty good too. I've heard other people give the exact opposite opinion on the soundtrack, but I liked it. I like some
Like
of
Street
it.
Fighter and
However, what
Punch-Out?
everyone can agree on
Mine's-
is that the thing that
Yours
really
is
ruined
Tekken?
this game was the characters and the dialogue. They were insufferable. They were genuinely hard to tolerate being in their presence.
Okay, who's ready for some crime?
And you know how we should celebrate afterwards.
Karaoke! Yes!
It's what ruined a lot of the missions for me, because you don't care about the story, you don't care about the characters, so that extra layer of meaning just isn't there. It sounds
Pokemon
like
is
I'm being
Tekken,
harsh.
but
It sounds like I'm
with
being unfair.
Pokemon. Okay.
But it's funny that every
I never
single
heard of
person who
this.
played the game more or less comes to the same conclusion. Liking waffles and having muscles is not a personality. Wearing a bow tie is not a personality. Liking to drive is not a personality. It actually blows my mind that they were unable to create a single character that people liked. In Dark Souls, the characters have like 3 lines of dialogue in the entire game, but you fall in love with them anyway. Half of Siegmeyer's dialogue is just, that's all it takes. We still love the guy. Also, the Disney sidekick Cat, not a fan.
I ain't walking away. Fair enough. Johnny?
Chat, you guys know it was a great game, low key? Infamous. I'm gonna give you 2 good games. Infamous. The first one was amazing. Oh my gosh. Prototype was a good game. The first one. Even what's that one hacking game? Underdogs? No, it's something dog. Oh, those are 3 good games right there. The first Infamous was really good. I'm not sure if you guys played those games.
I ain't walking away until I deal with Tanya.
Watch Dogs, yeah. Watch Dogs, yeah. Watch Dog was good.
Johnny, put the damn gun down.
I don't know what this is, but it's not a gang. These people have no business making a gang. Their whole thing is that they just want to pay their student loans. I'm not kidding.
I don't have to love it. I have to pay my student loans.
Amen.
If you look at the trailers for this game, it's funny that everyone in the comments is looking at the enemy gangs and saying, can I join that gang? They look way cooler. They wanted characters to be relatable. But you
Infamous
can
was
have
amazing.
characters be
Yes,
relatable without
Infamous
having them
was
completely
amazing.
mirror your audience. Nico
First
Bellic
one
wasn't
especially.
relatable because, loads of us fought in Yugoslavian wars. He was relatable because he was human. He had actual emotional complexity.
Kind of feel like as
It
a
was
third one as well.
interesting
I absolutely agree. The first one was amazing. The second one was good, and the third one was they just lost me. You feel me? I barely even remember the second one. It's just the first one that was just really good.
Him talk about anything. Saints Row 1 and 2 didn't have amazing stories or exciting gameplay. It was the characters that really carried those games.
First
and
one,
they weren't
man.
afraid to kill characters either. It was fun. They're not complex Arthur Morgans running around. A lot of the characters don't even have last
Red Dead.
names,
Red Dead
but it
was
was
good.
enough. I think this game shows
First
what
Red
happens
Dead.
when you
The
take
story
that
was
way. You're not
amazing. The
left with
online
much.
was great.
The best part of this game was definitely the empire
Red Dead 2 is
building
good
side
too.
of things.
I haven't
Your
finished
annoying
the story,
friends aren't
but-
around, and it gives you a lot of interesting gadgets to mess around with. I would leave my game on overnight and then come back to millions millions of dollars in the morning. But yeah, it doesn't sound great when my favorite aspect of the game is the one where you stop playing the game for hours on end. I think if you bought the game and only played the Ventures mode, you'd think it's not too bad. That said, the Ventures do have that iconic Saints Row mishandled budget thing going on. My favorite example of this is the heist missions. Heists? That sounds cool. A bit like
I missed
GTA
out on
5.
Red Dead Redemption.
No,
I have
you
no
have to wait in
reason
the
for
car.
doing so.
I'm not kidding. You have to wait in the car. The reason I say mishandled budget is because
It
this
was
game
good, man.
actually had
The
the
story
same
mode was
budget
really
as
nice. The
GTA
ending,
4.
oh man,
They even had
heart-touching.
similar development times.
The
And
ending
yet
of that
GTA
game was
4 managed to
heart-touching, man.
accomplish
Damn.
so much more with that budget. GTA 4 had so many cutscenes, so many missions, so many interiors, so much dialogue, amazing
GTA
music,
4 was a good game,
100,000 voice actors.
Shit, I
There's
fell.
ridiculously good physics that had no business being on a 2006 console. What does this game have to show for all that budget? Sorry if I'm starting to sound a little bit annoyed, because I am actually kind of annoyed. This game was almost a dream come true for me. After 10 years of waiting, a large budget Saints Row game claiming to be going back to the series' roots. Volition for some reason always wanted to reinvent the wheel with each iteration of their games. Reinventing a series can be fine, but at least let it get stale first, and at least keep the things that people liked about the series in the first place.
What's the last
Great
console
example of
game you
this
played?
is Red Faction,
Probably
another
Dragon
series
Ball Z,
made by
the new
Volition.
Dragon Ball
The
Z that
first two
came out.
games in that series were first-person shooters, but people liked them because you could destroy a
was
lot
Paw
of the
Patrol?
environment and create tunnels and stuff. It was very
Bruh.
cool. With this in mind, for the third game,
With the
they
kiddies?
randomly decided to make it third person, an open world game where only the buildings are destructible. But actually it worked really well. It's a very fun game. A lot of people liked it. I liked it. So, when it came time for the fourth game, they decided to change everything again. They took away the open world that people loved.
Yo,
and
20, what were you playing on? What system, what console were you playing on? Yeah, with the youngest son?
forced people back into the cave.
And GTA back then, like the cheats where you had to go like up, down, yo, come on, oh my gosh. GTA was so awesome, dude.
To listen to a terrible story. Surprisingly, it didn't go very well, and it successfully killed off the series. Even when they...
I don't know why, but in GTA 5, I never felt the need to use cheats like that. I'm sure there was cheats, but I never felt the need to use cheats. What was that question? What console were you playing on? Were you playing on Xbox or were you playing on PlayStation? I still have my old cheat code book. Bro, I'm telling you, man, one of my fondest memories was at my aunt's house, and they'd have the PS2. GTA 5 had cheats. I'm pretty sure that GTA 5 had cheats, but no one ever felt the need to use them. The game was just that good. But yeah, my aunt's house, they had the PS2, they had GTA, they had the books of cheats, and I would open the book and I would just punch in the cheats, and it was just, yo, man, so cool, bro.
They claim to be returning to their roots. They first had to reinvent the roots that they were returning to. Oh, and on top of all of this, they did that thing where they released the game 6 months too early, and it's so buggy you can barely play it.
R2,
That
L1,
classic
R2,
gimmick.
left down.
Bang.
Right
Oh,
up,
look at
left
that
down,
move.
right up, right?
Is that judo, karate? What is that?
Bro, if Saint Rose made a game today, bro, I'm not buying that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I am not gonna buy that shit. All weapons cooldown Vice City, I still remember. Yo, this guy's had that locked.
The end, their
Bro has
legacy was
that
that
locked.
of a company that invented the wheel, but then reinvented that wheel into a cube time and time again. When Volition finally announced
Played
they
on
were being
PlayStation?
shut
Yeah,
down,
PlayStation
most
is
of
the
the
best,
comments
man.
were still just, okay, but where's the Saints Row 2 fix? The relationship between Volition and their fans at this point
I remember on PlayStation 2, there was this amazing, like, was it? No, I'm trying to say Yakuza, but it wasn't Yakuza. It was this amazing, like, freaking, what's the word I'm looking for? Samurai? It's kind of like Samurai, yeah, but it's like those type of people. Like, I forgot what it was called, but man, like, yo, that was such an amazing game, bro. Like, it was stealthy, you feel me? Like, the sword action was good. Yo, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, bro, they had some amazing games. I remember for my PlayStation 1, I had this X-Men game. Holy shit. Bro, that X-Men game, it was like your regular like 2D fighter, but it was just so amazing, man. GTA 2 had Yakuza. Yeah, GTA 2, yeah.
hadn't been good for a very long time. Even I initially, I was like, wait, but after I thought about it a bit more, I was like, oh wait, this isn't good.
Funny,
So
you're
if
not
you fell
playing,
asleep and just woke
League,
up,
are you?
let me give you an unbiased summary. Volition hated their fans and actually wanted us to die. Initially, they tried killing us
What was
with
GTA 2
drought.
about? That
Drought
was
of
like,
the good-
wasn't there on some Chinatown shit with GTA 2? Gang Wars, basically. I like being outside a bit. Yeah, I'm not playing leagues either. I gotta work on my main, bro. I can't afford to, you feel me, not work on my main.
Saints Row game, but we survived for over 10 years. And after seeing we were still here, they made one big last-ditch effort to kill us with cringe. And some of us
my
didn't
main is
make
not
it,
even up
but
there
I'm
like
still
that
here,
right now,
so
so
I
I gotta
had
do
to
my
tell the
thing.
tale. I think from this point on, if anyone ever asks me what I think of Saints Row, I'm just gonna pretend I've never heard of it. I actually
On
have
Ultimate
other
Iron
videos
Man
on my
and
channel
Iron
too.
Man on
I've reviewed
leagues.
all the GTAs, Tetris, Cyberpunk, Simpsons Hit and Run, Skyrim, Morrowind, Apex Legends, all of which are fantastic, hilarious videos. Thank you for watching.
Ultimate Iron Man when it's
Subscribe.
hot.
Also, if GTA 6 sucks as well, keep an eye on me is all I'm saying.